welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, they tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Welcome back. That's good. That's good. All right, welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on. As you can tell, I got a lot of stuff I want to work on. And one of them more specifically being, all right, so you probably won't be able to see this, which is good because it's a prototype, but I'm making this thing. It's a version 2 of a thing that I made. I showed some folks and they seemed to like it and they're going to order some, but that was a while ago. And so we got back in contact and I've done more things since then. You know what I'm saying? I've learned a few things from my other projects. And so it's basically like a keychain, but the outer rim spins. You probably can't see it, which is fine because you don't need to know that. But this prints better than the one I had before, because before I had multiple pieces. I had like glue them together and stuff. Whereas this one's a little bit more rigid, solid, you know what I'm saying? And it's more robust. And it basically does the same thing. You know what I mean? And so I'm liking how it looks. And then the only thing is it's for a keychain. I don't know if I said that, but it's like a keychain. It's like a little fidget thing, you know what I'm saying? So you have your keys attached to it, and if you're just hanging out, you know, you just kind of spin it or whatever. It's similar to the other ones I created, but this only goes in one direction. The other ones I made are like, they go in like 3D, you know what I'm saying? But this one is just meant to go in this one direction. I don't have it on me. Do I have an earlier version? I might have an earlier prototype. This one that doesn't really work right. Neither here nor there. So basically, yeah. And I was thinking I was going to put put this into another some more equipment that I have, another machine, and like print on top of it. But I'm thinking I might not need to because it came out pretty good, and I think I'll be able to just 3D print it into it like I did with the other one, the original one, and that came out pretty good because it's not like high detail. It's not like a photo. If it's a photo, then yeah, I would do it, but it's just like a line drawing. So I'm thinking I might do that. I don't know. Neither here nor there, but those are the things I try to work on during these work sessions. So, like I mentioned, untilit.works, back to that, consists of ciphers. And a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress, maybe creating a prototype for something, you know what I'm saying, for 3D modeling stuff. And but it's just focus work. Then around 15 minutes after the hour, if I'm not too focused, I'll pop up on your screen to remind you to take a break. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, do what you got to do, or sit there and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. And the whole point is to let your mind not think about the thing that you're just working on. Give it a chance to relax, right? Like I mentioned, I'll pop up on the screen to take over to remind you, you know, take a break. If you ever come to the site in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't autoplay video with audio. And that's why I have the notice there below the video saying may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is a button to start the closed caption. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, a space will open up and the words I'm saying will be turned into text, hopefully accurately, and placed in the space that opens up. Then there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about them. They're broken. I will fix them at some point. Probably not. Then there's a countdown timer counting when the next break session, when the next work session starts and the break session ends. And if you'd like to join the chat room to chat or ask questions, there's a link to do that as well. All right, cool. So that is the break session. Now the work session, I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound nasally, well, if it's my first time speaking with you, you wouldn't know the difference. But I'm getting over a cold. All right, so this is what the work session will look like. In the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player, so if you're listening to some tunes, what you're working on, you can do that there. We have a to-do section towards the center where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. Now then add it to the list of tasks. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button, or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. I'll then send it to the done section. Now, if you click done, it'll list all the things you got completed. Click the Twitter icon. It'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab or window, and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing all the things that you got done with like little check marks next to them. For me, it's like a nice visual way that to indicate to myself that I got some stuff done. And if I never get anything done on these projects during the week, at least I know I made some progress. You know what I'm saying? All right. In the right column, we have a countdown timer count when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. Now, view tutorials. If you click that, let's say you don't have a thing in particular that you want to work on, but you still want to feel productive. And you heard that web development sounds cool, but you don't know where to start. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think at the end of those programs, we have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So those are there. What else? Oh, if you're already into web development and maybe you're looking for like a quick project, you know, that you can kind of like get started from start to finish, follow a tutorial, get the creative juices going. Maybe you extend that project or maybe create something brand new. I have links to 3 tutorials that go to the Vonage developer platform. Now, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look over tutorials. So, for example, one of the tutorials, you follow the tutorial, you end up with this web application with an input box and a call button. You put your real-world phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real-world phone will ring, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth between your phone and the web application. Then I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number, you link that to the web application that you create following that tutorial, and you'll be able to, from your real-world phone, call that virtual number and then answer in that web application and have a conversation back and forth. There's one where like 2 users like log in to an application, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth between the browsers. So I think they're pretty dope. Some cool stuff, so you can check them out there. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Now, Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder/Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join the room. And the hope is together as a collective, you'll be able to get the help with whether it be feedback or maybe a solution to the thing that you're working on. So if you click View Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see if you'd like to request to join their room. I also added this filter by keyword list. So if there's maybe a specific subject that you're looking for, if it's in this list, you'll be able to filter and narrow down the results by that. Now, if you click Create a Hako, you're presented with the form. You put in your title and 3 keywords. You hit Create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. And so when you join your Hako, it looks like this. Got the title here at the top. You can leave with the leave button. There is the open menu, so you can, for more options. We have a text chat here to the right. We'll come back to that. On the left is a countdown timer counting when the next break session happens. I ran like 15 minutes after the hour. You can then copy the URL again and you click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you like to approve or deny them from joining your room. Now, if you do approve them and they tell me they're a terrible person, you can always ban them and kick them out your room. All right. Now, as the owner of the Hako, only you will see this button and be able to share your screen. Because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get the help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And so I think by being able to share your screen, you'll be able to provide the context for the others to be able to get you that help or feedback because they're seeing what you're seeing. Now, the way you communicate with the Hako, one way is through text chat. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add it to the list of messages. I also added the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled, be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying, we return into text and put into the text chat. Now, I also have the opposite available. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you're maybe on another tab looking at something, you'll still be able to follow along because messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. And so that way you can still follow along. All right, cool. Now, like I mentioned, all the different Hakos you can check out there. And that is it pretty much. Nice. So I got to get back to some stuff. So I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. Let me get that ready. The song is by a really dope artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, still known as or formerly known as A Butta. The track's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out, and see you like 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. Thanks for hanging out. Again, this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being